It's like beating your head on a wall. Say no way, marijuana's a fast way to fall. You will pay, 'cause it's doing you no good at all. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. Oh, never try marijuana, don't try it at all. It's a lie, it's like beating your head on a wall. Say no way, marijuana's a fast way to fall. You will pay, 'cause it's doing you no good at all. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. A lot of people think that marijuana isn't dangerous, but they're wrong. Because not only does it harm a person's body and mind, but it often leads users to try other, even more dangerous drugs. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. Oh,
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here with me. All four of you, thank you so much. You know, you guys, this is my refuge. This is, I'm so grateful just to be here. So thank you. This isn't going to be a long one today. I was just worn out yesterday. Yesterday, I went to have my eyes measured for cataract surgery. It took like 20 minutes, but then I had to wait around after it was over for my pre-scheduled Uber to come get me. And that was the roughest part, is the waiting, because, being an old person and stuff. So, yeah. And then I hadn't had breakfast because I was, all nervy about going to get my eyes measured, because cataract surgery is in June and July, and I am so excited because I can't see. I have to get really close to the computer screen, and if I read anything live in person, I have to use a magnifying glass. Boy, I am way past time to get this done. But so anyway, that wore my old butt out, and so I slept like I was doing yesterday, and yeah, that was a challenge. But here we are today. Have any of you guys been keeping up with the chicky thing? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so, okay, I'm looking over at the chat right now because I'm just all scattered. Jonathan, first up, thank you, my dear, everybody's favorite little brother. Thank you for being here. John, you tried marijuana once for like 40 years. Once for 40 years. Yeah, me too. Only So I started smoking pot when I was like 30. I had tried it previously, but it made me so dreadfully sick, thanks to my older sister who did all kinds of crap. Uh, but then I just put it on hold for almost 11 years, really. But then, and I didn't start doing it on the daily. Okay, right then I did, because I was in cosmetology school with my older sister, and she came to pick me up. She was my transportation, because, she came to pick me up our first day of cosmetology school, and she passed me a joint. I said, are you kidding? Yeah, just hit. So, yeah, so, yeah, almost on the daily. Went some time, for some time periods, if not, but yeah, it can be one of your best friends. Okay, hi, Prairie Queen. Um, Good to see you. Thanks, Prairie Queen, for being here. Prairie Queen, dang, one of these days, I hope you get strong internet or reliable internet so that you can come on and dish with us. I miss you. Okay, okay, Jonocide says, marijuana helps with cataracts. I've heard that. Maybe that's why I've been able to go so long, because I was diagnosed with baby cataracts about 15 years ago. The eye doctor said, yeah, you might want to check that once in a while. And so now, it has been, my glasses are that old. I got them 15 years ago because, I'm a slut, but I'm taking care of myself. Yeah, Prairie Queen says, in that case, Robin's eyes should be crystal clear. I know. Yeah. And what's really annoying for old folks, even young folks with cataracts, is that everything on the computer, all of the text is gray. I don't understand that. I'm an old typesetter proofreader from years back, and high resolution. When did high resolution stop? I find it really annoying. And even printed material, I know I've bitched about this before, you guys, but I'm going to do it again. Even printed material that comes in the mail is in gray ink. Why? Is black ink that expensive these days? Huh? I don't get it. But anyway, once I get my eyes fixed, I won't give a crap. I'll be able to sail through all that gray printing. Okay, Genocide says, I was 13, my sister got me high, and we saw Risky Business in the theater in the summer of 83. You were 13? Oh my God, when I was 13, I never heard of marijuana. Oh, wait. Maybe I heard of it when I was 15 years old because my sister hung out with musicians and they did it. But I'd only heard of it. I never knew what the smell was. Yeah. Okay. I would be too, Prairie Queen. Thanks. Have you guys been watching the Diddy trial? Holy tamale. It's just, keeps getting bigger and bigger and more widespread. It's like one of those grass fires that it's horrific. Sometimes I watch recaps of it, but holy shoot. Isn't that cute how I cleaned up shit? Okay. But holy shit. Um, it's horrid. It's horrid. I know there are bad people, people who do bad things and don't mind hurting others and stuff. But boy, the Diddy trial is like right in your face. How awful these fellows can be. It's just icky. And so many people were involved. Yeah, Prairie Queen. And you're scared to watch it. Yeah. I just watched the clip. Yeah, me too. The recaps and give it to me in just abbreviated because gosh, it's what's going to happen at the end of this. This trial could go on for a really, really long time, and just you see in the recaps, the courtroom gasped when so and so walked through the door. There have been a lot of those incidents where a witness will just show up and come in through the door, and everybody goes, "Whoa!" And then they dump. Yeah, yeah, it pretty bad. Okay, so my image today is, I've retired head temporarily. That garden girl is probably, I would say, 100 years old, 80, 100 years old. It belonged to a very, very old woman who passed away many years ago. It made its way to me, and she was all gray when I got her, and so I had put her in my garden at one time as a little, tchotchke. And of course, everything in my garden I painted turquoise and purple. So, she got it. She didn't escape. I painted lots of things, turquoise and purple. Like 2 cans of paint, 2 quart cans, and I painted everything I could. I even painted peanuts in the shell because they came out of the bag looking like ducks. So I painted 1 turquoise and painted 1 purple. But yeah. What do you mean, John? Same age as me? Then no, she's dead. No, this thing is not the same age as me. She's a little. I'm a little young. Okay, Prairie Queen says here, I'm invested in 3 other crimes. One that's going to trial, hopefully soon. The Manny Soto case. That hasn't been really on my radar. I've heard of it, but I might check it out. Okay, Genocide says, of course I remember Jiggy saying when God said, let there be light, Robin flipped the switch. You booger. But then again, if God trusted me, to man the light switch, hey, it's kind of, I know, gosh, I miss Jiggy. I so miss Jiggy. Wait a minute, okay, it's in Florida, it's sickening. I'll have to take a peek at that. I don't know, but I'll only watch the recaps because I like to be flying around too much on the YouTubes and all that. Yeah. Okay, so what else was I gonna say? I'm gonna do some Sweater Ann quotes. Sweater Ann Beauregard. Sweater Ann Beauregard. Sweater Ann has a couple of brothers. She has a brother. Okay, one of my brothers is named Rufus Otis. Otis is the brother's middle name, Rufus. Mama was up fixing shingles on the wood-shaped roof, and she fell down. He was pregnant with Rufus, so he came out. We'll name him Rufus because he survived that tumble off the roof. My other brother is Whiny Otis. He's the little brother of Rufus. Whiny Otis, because that's all he ever does. He was born whining. So he's Whiny Otis. And then I got my sister's jumper Jean. But I think jumper Jean blocked me. She's not talking to me now. I miss you, jumper Jean. You know, if you can't say anything nice, say it in the country. Yeah. Oh, and okay, getting back into the Barbara character. I'm kind of like that. Okay, I have. Gives a read, by the way. Yeah, he's a better man. Okay, so anyway, here's some advice. If you say you've got a dirty wall in your house, greased, like a greasy wall in the kitchen, and that wall, you want to wash that off. Okay, here's what I learned. Don't ever start washing your walls at the top, okay? Because that's going to make streaks down through the dirty part, and those streaks ain't ever going to come out. They're not. So always start washing your walls at the bottom, friends. Always. Uh, because then if it drips, it's okay. And if it drips as you go up, it's okay because it's already clean below it. So there's a bit of advice. Yeah. There it is. Okay, another piece of advice. Let me think. Oh, I've got a ton of good advice for you folks. Okay, here's another one. Never chase a rattlesnake after it bites you. Never chase him to find out why he bit you. Because by gum, he's going to bite you again. So don't go chasing somebody who bit you in the ass. You know, because they'll do it again. Yeah. Okay, Prairie Queen, you were taught to wash that way. Hey, well, then you're a country girl. Yeah, you're a bona fide country girl. Starting washing that wall at the bottom. And another thing is, you know how you pour piss out of a boot? Well, the instructions are on the sole at the bottom. Let that sit for a minute. Think about it. Piss out of the boot. Read the instructions on the bottom. Boom. Much of life is simple that way. You kids. God, I've only been on 18 minutes. It seems like I've been on for 2 days. Yeah. What? Let me give you one more. Do I have one more? I don't think I have one more. Yeah. Man, I didn't make very many notes because I've just been having a week. Yeah, you guys, I have had. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I'm Robin here. I'm going over to the chat. Tell me that now it's the rattlesnake, not the walls. Tell me that now. I don't know what you're talking about, genocide. Okay, so Prairie Queen says, I made the mistake of telling friends I had been busy washing walls. They looked at me like I had a third eye and said, who does that? Well, people with dirty walls, you know? I'm looking at one right now that could use it. Yeah, in my kitchen. Yeah, you wash walls. You know, if they're not real grody, you know, save it for, you know, when you get ready to paint. Okay, I didn't read it right. Well, okay, I'm going to go up there and tell me that now it's a little late, the rattlesnake, not the walls. Okay, I read it right, even with my own. I grew up that you wash 2 times a year. Yeah. I never got that education that I did do it on my own. And yeah, I learned the hard way, don't start at the top, because I was ignorant. 2 times a year. Huh. And then you're supposed to paint, what, every 4 years, I've heard? Gosh, I've been in places where I've lived for way longer than that and didn't paint. Painted when I moved in. Okay, so Jonaside says, so don't chase a rattlesnake once it bites you. Yes. Yeah. And don't go asking them why they bit you, because they're not going to answer. They'll just bite you again. Speaking from personal experience, and a rattlesnake is a metaphor. Yeah, it's been years since you painted yours very clean. Gosh, we've got some folks missing in the chat. And I'd like to find out why. If I never know, that's okay. Life's got to go on. 22, it's 12. Okay, we've been on 22 minutes. And I've just run out of things to talk about. I am developing Sweatarian, but it's a long, hard haul because I'm lazy. It's 2:22 here. Yeah, it's 12:22 here. So I don't know what else to talk about. So the kids need a ride, gotta go and chase snakes now. Don't chase them too close, Jonaside. Oh boy, I saw that Renee, Mrs. Jonaside, got back from, was it a steampunk? Or no, a Renaissance fair. How fun. I used to go to the California Renaissance Fair in Agoura, and then they switched it to somewhere in Devore. We used to go to a lot of Renaissance fairs when my kids were growing up. And I never dressed up, and the first time I ever went to a Renaissance fair, I felt really weird because everybody's in costumes and they come up to you speaking Old English, and I felt so weird. I didn't know how to respond, if I should try to talk Old English back or just be me. So I was just me because it was. But then it's cool after the initial oh no, it was fun. I never dressed up. However, my children, my offspring, dress up. One of my kids has costumes like you wouldn't believe. I mean, with all the little accessories and stuff like that. I got a kid running a marathon today. And, bless her heart, she's got a lot of medals and stuff. So she's running a Memorial Day marathon today. It's a short one because she's got her bum foot. Kind of worried about her. It's a holiday weekend and traffic, exposure to Lord knows what bugs, and yeah. And big gatherings attract weird people sometimes these days. Well, a lot these days. Big gatherings attract dangerous stuff, especially here. Well, I can't say especially here where I live, but yeah, around these parts we have. I guess it happens. I know it happens everywhere. Oh, wait a minute. Jonaside says. Oh, really? Okay, so there's the link, Fairy Queen. There it is. Okay, Jonaside says Renee is still there. She comes home tonight. She's with your sister and great niece. How fun. Oh, God, you guys have so much fun. That's it. So I guess she took a picture after, but because I saw her picture, I love her hair color. Like, man, okay, I'm going to wait till Prairie Queen that comes on. Prairie Queen, I'll keep the light on for you. And then I'll tell you what I'm almost compelled to do this afternoon. I'm gonna, because sometimes you just have to shake your life up. And do something a little different. And I'm at a point in my life where, things, better enough for you. And a little high tension going on that just kind of wear you out, even if you're not old. But I'm about to. Okay, so did Prairie Queen? The link is right here in the chat. Okay, so Jonathan says hotel. That's not her real color. I know it's not her real color. Dark red over that's not my real color either. However, I have almost 2 inches of gray roots, and I never want to use that henna that I used again. And you can't take it out. You cannot take out henna. You can try to bleach it, but that'll turn your hair to straw, and then it's not like your hair anymore. But anyway, maybe I have to go over on Facebook. Okay, so I'm sending the link to StreamYard over. Okay, no, she was active 22 minutes ago. Okay, so I hope, Genocide, I hope Renee posts more pictures. Okay, while I'm waiting for Prairie Queen to come on with me, I want to thank, there she is. Okay, before I bring her on, I want to thank everybody who has helped with my Bad Habit Fund. I'm so grateful. And I can't tell you how much it's helped get me through. And sometimes I don't use it for bad habits. Sometimes I use it for groceries. But thanks so much. Okay, here. Hey, Prairie Queen, how are you? Prairie?
I'm copying you.
Yes, you are, and that's perfectly fine. We're kind of like a duo today. How you?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm tired. I wore myself out yesterday from that silly craft sale.
Oh, it's not silly. I think it was great.
Oh, and did you like my pictures?
You know what? I don't know how to. My brain isn't functioning, but I don't know how to show that picture. You guys, Eileen bought a laser printed snowflake, and it's just lovely.
No, I did.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that snowflake.
Yeah,
That was I bought that.
right. Didn't
Yeah,
I say you bought it?
I thought you said Eileen did.
Did I say Eileen did?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know. My brain's out to lunch too.
That was a slip.
And the thing is, I just thought it said one phrase. Then when I came home and took a picture of it and it showed up the words better,
yeah.
I'm going, oh my goodness, there's 7 different variations.
I wish I could. Maybe I wonder if okay, I'm going to go over here to where you sent it to me, and I'm going to try to. Okay, so I'm scrolling up. I'm trying to find you. There it is. Okay, so I wonder, I'm going to try to do this. Okay, so there's StreamYard. I'm going to do present. Okay, image file. Oh, you know what? I need to save it. Okay,
Oh,
I'm going to save image as, and I'm putting it on my desktop. You guys be patient. Thanks for being patient, Prairie. Okay,
mm-hmm.
save. Okay, so StreamYard Studio. So now, okay, close out my download panel, present or invite, image file. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Okay, now to find it, I'm finding it, scrolling back up. There it is. Can you guys see that?
Oh,
Enlarge it if you have to. But I was blown away. I laughed about that.
oh, well, for me right now, I've just got a little circle moving around. Oh, there it is. Yeah. I couldn't believe, like, when I took a picture of it, I'm like, oh, it doesn't say just off. It says other things.
It
And I
says all
counted.
those other things. It's like
Yeah.
a phrase.
Yeah. And
How many?
I showed one of my friends, and right away, she understands me. Right away, she goes, oh, is that going to go hang up in the post office? I'm going, yep.
Why not? You'd have to have a camera or a magnifying glass to really determine. That is great. How big is it?
It's I don't know, four, maybe 5 inches in diameter. It's just a
Okay,
normal size. Yeah.
okay. So you'd have to get really, really close and know what you're looking for almost.
Yeah. So I figured if I hung it a little farther back from the counter,
As
people
a
will just
festive.
go, oh, that's so festive. And I'll go, thank you. And then I'll leave it at that.
There you go. I love it. I just love it. So when things are laser printed, what is the material? Is it like plastic?
Well, this one is the fellow that well, it's a 3D printing. And
3D printing.
yeah, he used plastics for all of his stuff. He had some really cool things.
Yeah.
And so he's my neighbor down the road and around the corner. That's what happens when you live in the country. So he's maybe a mile away from me, if that mile and a half, or considered a neighbor. Um, and so, anyways, afterwards, I came home, went, he had some other cool things that I think, I'll hit him up for.
Yeah, and look at them, take pictures of them so you know what they really are.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
He had this really cool old 50s looking truck, and it was all this matted gray black. And I think it had like little skeleton heads or like skulls and other things. It was really gruesome and creepy looking, but in a fun way for Halloween. And I thought, well, that's pretty interesting. I like that.
no kidding, no kidding. God, my kids would like that.
And
Um,
then he had a set of well, he had candles either in white or in black, and what drew me right away, I don't know why, it was the black candles, and he had them where they have that flickering light. So he had an
oh,
LED light flame flickering, and it drew me to it, and then I realized, oh, you also have it in white. Okay, well, everybody gets white. I thought I like the black one, but he had a group of 4 or singles, and I'm like, oh, I got to get some of that for the post office too.
boy, that's see, when you do craft fairs, there is a big danger of spending the money that you make.
This is true. By the
I
time
used,
yeah,
go
you
ahead.
pay for your lunch, and then when you start looking at all the stuff, you're like, oh, everything that I sold just gets filtered back into buying stuff from other people.
So it's like self-sustaining. It's the great circle of buying and selling.
Well, this is it. And we buy and sell to each other while we're there. I mean, if customers come in and they don't want to buy our stuff, that's fine. We're buying from each other. So we had a good time.
You just keep the commerce going. Years
Exactly.
years ago, I had a booth at a swap meet, and it was when I was a designer. I made rubber stamps and devices and stuff. But everything I made, I would take a break and walk around to the other booths and I'd buy stuff. And what's the point? Well, it was jolly good fun. It's like a little community. Swap meets and craft fairs and stuff.
Well, this is it. Like we just started up this spring craft sale, and this is our second go at it. And we always have a fall one at the end of November, around the same time that you guys have Thanksgiving,
Okay,
usually that weekend. And but yeah, this is what we do. We go around and we support each other.
I think
Um,
that's just lovely. Will there be a Christmas one too, a holiday one?
oh yeah, we'll have another one in the late fall in November again. So all the stuff that I made that did not sell, um, is just now. I told myself, well, it's stock. And you just carry
Yeah.
on sewing and you just keep adding to it. And I thought, yeah, I had creative ideas, and part of me, I'm baffled because this was perfect ideas and people were not buying stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, fine.
Yeah, hey, and moods and buying trends change, so you
Ex-
never know. Next time
Exactly.
they might go like hotcakes. You can't even predict it.
Well, this is it. But I figured my single cutlery holders would have sold because it's spring going into summer, where people
And
would want
picnic
to take.
time.
Yeah, but I figured people would want to grab one, and take one so that they could take their fork and knife or whatever out when they're eating, or
Yeah,
instead of
and it could even be a little holder for your plasticware. It doesn't have to be your good flatware. Even like to keep it all rounded up better than putting it in a plastic Ziploc.
well,
You
this
know.
is it. Yeah, like I keep straws, plastic straws in one of the ones that I made to test. And I
Yeah.
also keep my rotary cutter in another one because it fits perfectly.
Nice.
And so you can put pens, pencils, or anything in these things, and it's just like I was trying to demonstrate. I was trying to hard sell, but I sold one.
Hey, that's progress. One down. And
So, anyways, I've got creative ideas on selling that because we have a once a month lunch that the crafty group puts on for the community. And I said to the girls, I said, hey, what do you think if I just brought these things down when we have our once a month lunch and just sort of casually set it off to the side and see if anybody's willing to buy them, like throw it out there. And they said sure. And it's like, okay. So I hate asking, but at this point, I made 21 of these things. I couldn't stop making them. It was like peanut.
you're on a roll.
I know. And Friday, the day before the craft sale at noon hour, I have a long lunch break. I made another one. So I had 20, so I made 21. I'm like, "Oh my God." It's like you just got to stop this. Um
That's so funny.
but it was a lot of fun and I really enjoyed it. And so yeah, it was but tiring.
Yeah,
And so I figured I'd take the day off today, and I cleaned out my fridge just before you came live. And
good girl.
I told myself, okay, you got to stop doing this, all these science experiments. It,
Okay, as we speak, I need to do something about my refrigerator door because I had a carton of buttermilk in there that, I use buttermilk, for different, mashed potatoes for different things. And it stayed in there a little too long, so the bottom started leaking.
mm,
Okay, confession, it stayed in there more than a little too long. It was like, I didn't even look down there for many weeks. And so now I've got to go and I got rid of the carton, but it still has the residue and it's unsightly and I think I can smell it. And yes,
Yeah, you know what? Even just like hot water and a little baking soda.
yeah, I just need
Yeah.
to get off my booty and do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got to tell you what I'm going to do this afternoon, very clean. After we talk, I'm going to cut my hair. I'm going to cut up, I've got about 2 inches of gray roots, and the rest of it is this really faded, dark henna, and it's not very attractive. And I don't want to do the henna again, so I'm going to cut off all the red, and my hair will be 2 inches.
Wow.
I know. Dame Judy Dench, I was looking at her hair, and she has 2 inch long hair. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go in my bathroom.
Yeah, actually 2 inches isn't that bad. It's not that
bad.
short.
It's a pixie. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pixie, and I gotta do something. And
Yeah.
I'm not able to get my arms up for very too long to do my hair these days, so it's gonna be a win-win for me.
Hey, maybe Mrs. Judson can help you.
Please.
I don't know. Just a thought. Throwing it out there.
No, Mrs. Jetson has Mr. Jetson color her hair.
Oh.
And no, I'm not going to have Mr. Jetson do it. Way back, I'm an old dinosaur hair cutter, and I have cut my hair in the past. I've cut on people's hair, so I'm going to do it. I've got one of those mirrors that hook on your neck, so that you can see the back. But I've got to pat it in the front with a hand towel because I've got bones, my collarbones.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It hurts my collarbones. So yeah, so I'm gonna do it. Still got my good hair cutting scissors. I'm gonna snip it all off. My kids are gonna be appalled. Or maybe they'll go, yay, mom, I don't care. I'm gonna do it because I need the lift because depression is a dangerous drug.
Well, and the thing is, do it for you. You do it, and because you don't know what kind of reaction you're going to get, and it's just like my snowflake. Fuck it.
Yes, you're snowflake. Okay, I'm gonna take off the snowflake. So we've managed 43 minutes.
Well, I just wanted to ask you about Sweater Ann.
Yes.
So, where does she live?
Good question. See, I want to develop her as a real character, and I have an artist in mind to do her image.
Oh, good.
An artist I've known for years, and she used to be a caricaturist at Disneyland.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and in fact, years ago when we were talking, I told her, I said, I think you did my caricature in Tomorrowland at Disneyland. And she says, hey, probably because we were there like the same years. And so, but anyway, her name is Marty, and I hope she's still doing it, but I got to reach out. And I'm just dragging my feet because things get a little overwhelming, but the medical stuff, not dealing with things in an efficient manner. But Sweater Ann is going to be developed. Okay, where could her kin, Sweater Ann's kin, hails from Missouri. And,
wow. I got chills. That's where my husband originally hailed from.
Oh, shit. And okay, this is taken from a real life person. She was born, she ran Old Tillman Dock on the Lake of the Ozarks.
Okay.
That was my mama.
Wow.
And she had all of us kids back in there, and then I came out here to California.
Mm-hmm.
and made friends with Robin because she gets around. She's kind of
Yeah.
fussy.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, Robin gets around. She knows people. She lured you. Did she pick you up off the bus when you came into LA?
She was there waiting for me. She was there waiting for me. She kind of sponsored me. Oh God, where are we going with this? I'm just making shit.
We'll have to do this offline.
We'll have to do this offline. Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
my God. Oh
Okay.
my
So
goodness. Yeah. But yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah. This world is so crazy and people are so, I don't know,
yeah,
serious and it
serious
become a laugh.
and YouTube has become kind of a mean place.
Oh God, yeah.
And yeah, somebody told me, said, "Boy, your channel's really different. There's no hate." Well, we try not to hate anything.
Exactly. We try not to. It's like because everybody else is doing it, we're trying to find a safe space,
Yeah,
you know.
and from the beginning, this was never a reaction channel because
Well,
everybody else is doing that, and it
And
doesn't
I
make me
followed
feel good.
I followed true crime channels, a few creators, and then one of them turned into a drama channel, and another one sort of went sideways, and they became a reaction channel to the drama channel. But I find that interesting. I prefer to watch the reaction channel because I see through the BS of the drama channel, but then I'm going, but you guys just ran away with your crime channel. It's gone.
That's
So
too
I'm
bad.
watching this drama channel slowly sink, slower than the Titanic. But even then I just shake my head because I'm like, what's wrong with people?
Yeah.
You know,
Um, Boy, yeah, human beings are savages.
they certainly are. So
Uh,
that's why I'm so happy to have my snowflake.
yes, you're ever expressive snowflake.
Oh,
Okay,
goodness.
Prairie Queen, I'm gonna end this. Um,
Okie doke.
uh, I'm gonna, I'm just gonna end it. I'll see you backstage,
Okay.
and everybody who was here and who aren't here anymore. We're down to two people. I think that's me and you, Prairie Queen. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I love the hell out of you. And okay, Snowflake, okay, 12:34. I don't know if Genocide is still here. Bye, Genocide. Thank you for being here. Okay,
Yeah. Take care, Genocide, if you're there.
yeah, see you again. Okay, I'm ending. Okay, goodbye, everybody. Bye, Prairie Queen. See you backstage.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.